Hey guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. So today's video is a Victorian house for a witch family, and we're building in Glimmerbrook today, so I feel like it makes sense that it's for like a witch family and whatever. But I don't build in Glimmerbrook that often, so I had a lot of fun with this one, and like I said, it's sort of in a Victorian style. It's like almost castle-y is the vibe that I was trying to get, and it's based off of a reference picture that I found on Pinterest. I don't know if I still have it because I don't believe I saved it to a board or anything, but if I do, I'll link it in the description so you guys can look at it because it's actually a really beautiful photo, and I was very inspired by it, although I do think the photo is like a little bit edited, at least in like the color and stuff, but actually Glimmerbrook has this really weird like light filter over the entire world that made it pretty easy to sort of replicate that vibe. So hopefully you guys like it as well. And yeah, I do think Glimmerbrook, the lighting engine is kind of weird. I had a really hard time choosing the roof color for that specific reason because like at the evening lighting it would look super like brown and sort of almost orangish, but then in the afternoon lighting it just looked gray and it was really bugging me, but that's okay, that's pretty irrelevant to the build as a whole. So yeah, that is what we're doing today, and I was trying to, at least with the outside, sort of achieve this like ethereal, I don't know how to say that word, but I'm sure you know which word I'm talking about, sort of vibe to the whole place. Like, yeah, I just wanted it to feel kind of magical, kind of castle-y, like we're imagining a Disney princess running through the woods barefoot in this like white flowing gown or something, and she stumbles upon this house, okay? That's like the vibe that we're trying to achieve, and it wouldn't feel out of place or anything like that. Like, it's just like, you know, a nice Victorian house in the woods. Yeah, that's probably a weird concept, but I really like it, and I've seen so many pictures of these types of builds, and most of them aren't. You'll see when we get to the like coloring of this one, it is actually like pretty much entirely just white wood paneling, which I don't usually do. Like, I basically never do that, like just plain white on a build, because I think it looks bad most of the time. It's kind of a hard color to work with in this game, for whatever reason, and just in general that's not a thing you see with houses very often, so I don't usually do it. But in this particular build I actually really like the effect that it has. I think it makes it look sort of like glowing and just very nice, very light, and so I really like that a lot, and I feel like it really, you know, fits with the magic vibes that we were attempting. And yeah, I do wish this was a bigger lot though, because I kind of wanted it to feel more spaced out, like you're wandering through a forest or something even when you're on the lot. So you'll see later on I put in like a gazebo and a pond and all that stuff, but it's all sort of crammed together, which I really wish it wasn't. But this is technically a 30, I don't know why I said technically, it just is a 30 by 20 lot, like straight up. And then I am also going to be doing like some other builds in Glimmerbrook. I'll probably do a build like sort of in this style, sort of Victorian-ish, for every build in Glimmerbrook. I think I'm not making like a save file with all of the worlds anymore. I was planning on doing that for a brief amount of time, but that has been cancelled and replaced with my base game save file. But I do want to build up Glimmerbrook because I just never really built here, even when like Realm of Magic first came out. I don't know why, I have a tendency to really hate on Realm of Magic, and to be fair, like it's not the best pack in my opinion, at least. It's just not for me. Occults aren't really my thing either, so like if you're choosing a pack you want to get, Realm of Magic, not the way to go. But the world is really beautiful, and like the filter that comes over the world and stuff, like it feels like you're playing with Reshade, but I don't have Reshade, so I really enjoyed building here and stuff. So I think we're going to build here again and probably do like several houses in this theme, and I think I'll have to do some gameplay with Realm of Magic before we do that though, because I feel like I'm not really familiar with like anything that actually goes into being a witch, so I don't think I put in all of the stuff that like your witch and wizard or magic occult Sims would actually need here. So I don't know, there's some stuff, we'll get into it in a little while, but yeah, so I'm sorry about that, but I hope you guys still like enjoy the build and stuff. And if I'm going to like actually do a lot of builds in Glimmerbrook, I'd like to know more what I should actually put in for the gameplay to be, you know, good and useful. So I will work on that, but anyways, in the meantime, I feel like I'm embarking on too many projects actually, because I'm like base game save file, building Glimmerbrook, and I still haven't put out the Stars Hollow save file yet. I don't know if anybody actually wants that one though, because I've been going back and forth about it, because I know a lot of people are just like taking all the builds and placing them in their own worlds, but I kind of wanted to make the townies and stuff, and I thought it would be fun. I don't know. I think that's pretty irrelevant to this video, so we won't talk about it that much, but regardless. Like I said, this is for a family of witches, but like I also said, I don't really know that much about like the witch gameplay in the game. Sorry, I keep saying specifically witch because, well, I don't know why specifically, but I know that's like a thing in real life, like beyond the sort of fantasy realm. There's like a whole religion, I think, or some branch of spirituality that's like, I think it's called like Wiccan or something like that. I don't know. I have a friend that has a friend that's sort of into like witchcraft and all that stuff, and I know it's also like a thing with, there's a lot of YouTubers that do like the crystals and, I don't know, potions, breweries of some kind. I don't think it's like dead toads or something like that, but it's just like, you know, herbal remedies and stuff like that. So I know that's a thing. I was kind of trying to channel that vibe a little more, so I wasn't even sure if they're really like full-on witches or not, like the way that the game has it, where they like do all the magic and all of that stuff. I was thinking maybe they're just like sort of into this spirituality, and so they've got some like crystals in the house, and I think they have like a crystal orb as well, which did come from Realm of Magic, so I don't know if that's functional or not, but if it is, then that's also a thing. I know there's like tarot cards and stuff involved in the sort of real life spirituality of it, but we don't really have those in the game, so I didn't really put anything in to be like the equivalent of that. But I don't really know what else exactly is involved in it. I think it might also have something to do with astrology. I'm not really sure, but I wasn't about to put in like the whole whatever you call it, like observatory microscope thing. I don't, you know, the thing where your Sims get in, it's like this whole huge, telescope. Silly Jack, it's called a telescope. Okay, so I didn't really put in that or anything like that, but I think that's also something that's sort of involved in it. So like if you really want to, you can put that in as well and have your Sims like, you know, observe the stars and predict the future. Sorry, I don't want to make a mockery of it, but I just genuinely don't know anything about like the spirituality or the religion, so yeah, I won't talk about it too much. But like I said, I do have a friend that has a friend that is sort of into all of this, and apparently she said something about like spiders putting a curse on my friend. I don't know, I don't really know anything about it, but my friend tried to drain a spider once, and now spiders have been after her, so the spiders are apparently banding together to get revenge for their spider friend. I don't know, see, I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but actually spiders, oh boy, we don't talk about them. But yeah, anyways, moving beyond that, I guess Realm of Magic, like I said, I've never really played with it that much before, so I had a lot of fun just building in this world. I didn't really use too many of the objects, to be perfectly honest with you. I kind of wish I did, because like, no, that's a lie, I don't wish I did, because they're not very good. Like, just to put it straight, they're not good. The wood colors are ugly, the like fancy detailing on them. I know it's nice in specific instances, if you're gonna build a house and use only the Realm of Magic items in it, and you're just gonna use all of the fancy like carved thingies and whatnot, that's great, you know, you do it, it'll be fantastic. But you can't really like merge it with other furniture very well. It just doesn't work, because it has a very, very specific vibe to it, and I just wasn't prepared to take that vibe on. But I did use the couches from Realm of Magic, and they were interesting. They're pretty nice. I just think a lot of the color swatches on them are kind of hard to use or impractical, I guess. So like overall, it's not really my cup of tea, but I did enjoy it in this build a little bit, and yeah, I don't know, maybe the gameplay is really good. I really don't know. Let me know if you guys have it and you've like played with it a lot. See, I always feel unfair judging this, and then I feel bad because I have the pack, so at the very least I could give it a fair shot, right? Like if I already have it, what's the harm in trying it out and stuff? But also I never really play the game very much. I just sort of build and that's it. But yeah, I will stop rambling about that now, because see, I'm sure there's somebody here that really likes the pack and they're gonna get mad at me. I don't mean it, like, if you like it, good for you. I think the main thing is just that I've never been into a cult, so it's not really my thing exactly, my cup of tea, I guess. But you know, if you like it, that is all good for you, and I hope you enjoy playing with it. Maybe you like to play with this build, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah, so I was thinking a small family lives here, and like I said, it's a witch family, or family of witches and wizards. Maybe all witches, maybe they're lesbians, I don't know. But I don't really, what is the difference? Can men be witches? I don't know. I should stop going on this tangent now, shouldn't I? But, I was thinking a teenage daughter and 2 parents or 1 parent, or no parents. Maybe the master bedroom is inhabited by an older sibling, whatever. It's all good, or I don't know. But yeah, and then they also have, I was thinking a large dog as well as a cat. I know cats are usually the ones that are like commonly associated with magical stuff, the magical realm. Hey, Realm of Magic. Look at how that worked out. But I also wanted to include a dog. I don't know why, I just thought like it was so cute to imagine like these people and they have a big shaggy dog and stuff. Like, I just love dogs. Dogs is the key to my heart because I have a dog. Like, cats are great and all. I get that cats are nice, but I mean, personally, cats hate me. Like, they always have. They're always vicious towards me. I don't understand why. Like, I just try to be nice to a cat. I just, like, wave at it or something and it'll be like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what did I do wrong? But dogs on the other hand, very nice. I have a dog. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this, but I have a dog. His name is Hank. He's a big, hairy, kind of chubby, little rescue. Not little, actually, at all. He's very large, but, I don't actually know what breed he is exactly because, like I said, he's a rescue. So we don't have that much information on him. We don't even know how old he is, actually, but when we got him, he was very fat. So I felt so bad because he just loves food. He's like, that's the only thing he's motivated by. When we first got him, we would like throw a ball or something and he would go and try to fetch the ball. Now he's motivated by food. That's literally it. Like, he'll talk to you if you have something to give him, and you know, no more after that. But yeah, we had to make him diet for a while because they weren't really sure like what happened with him. But anyways, he's a golden retriever, probably mixed with, or golden lab mixed with something, like some kind of mutt hound. I don't know, but he really likes to like smell stuff and put his nose to the ground and stuff like that. So any dog that does that, he's probably got some of that in him. But either way, yeah, my dog's a big sweetie, so I'm always partial to dogs, I think. Maybe that's unfair of me, but you know, I just really like dogs a lot. So I thought it would be fun for this family to have a dog as well as a cat. I imagine the animals get along pretty well together. And so that is happening with it. Oh, that was a weird way to say that. But I also want to mention I didn't include the master bedroom in the speed build, and I'm really sorry about that. I hope you guys don't mind that much, but I could not for the life of me figure it out while I was recording. Like, it was just a disaster, honestly. I don't know why, but I tried so many beds, okay? I tried so hard for so long. I cut it all out because it was pretty useless since that's not what I ended up going with in the end. But I tried so hard to figure this build out on camera, and I just couldn't do it. So I went through, edited the rest of the build and stuff, and then I built the master bedroom off camera because for whatever reason, whenever I can't figure something out, like sometimes I'll literally just like build something off camera and then I'll like undo it all and then redo it on camera if I can't figure out like what the best way to do something is, because I don't know, it just like takes the pressure off, you know, like when you're on camera, you're trying to get everything done as fast as possible because you want to avoid having to edit a bunch. And yeah, so I will basically just say I did it off camera, and I did put some pictures of it in the screenshots, so you guys can check those out if you like want to see what I did with it. But it's a pretty basic master bedroom, and I just tried to include a lot of the items that I used in here that I thought were like sort of witch related and stuff. And there's also like a piano in there, which I did something cool there, I think, with the side tables from Cats and Dogs, which I was inspired by Simlicy to do that, so you'll see that if you watch the screenshots. But yeah, that's really all to say about the master bedroom. I guess I would just cram that all in now because I won't be able to talk about it since it's not actually going on during the build. But I hope you guys don't mind that much. For whatever reason, this is still a super long build. I don't understand. Like, I genuinely don't know how this keeps happening. I keep making such long builds, and they're not even that big. Literally, I included one single bedroom in this build, okay, the speed build, and somehow it still manages to be like 26 minutes long without the screenshots. I don't understand. I really don't. It's so exasperating. Like, I don't have time. I genuinely don't have time to build if it takes me this long. So that's a little problematic on my end, and I should work on it probably. I don't know what it is. I think I just like try to put a lot of detail into builds, but the thing is sometimes the detail doesn't work out, so then I have to like cut a bunch of stuff out, and you guys just see this like sort of condensed build. But when I did it, it took even longer. Like, it took me a long time to do this build, and I cut out like a fair amount of the landscaping and stuff too. So like, you guys didn't see any of that, and it's still 26 minutes long. I've never been more exasperated with anything in my entire life than the length of time it takes me to build it. But I hope you guys don't mind, because you know, you get these delightful voiceovers. Sorry, I'm kidding, because my voiceovers are bad. But I don't know, if you're a fast builder, give me some tips, because there are some people that can just put a build together so fast, and I have never been more envious of any person in my entire life. Like, oh, if you guys have seen Kate Emerald, her speed builds, freaking mansions, okay? She uses terrain tools in like every build, and she just makes these huge builds, and they're gorgeous, and she somehow like has the good impulse of like what to do, and the landscaping is all fancy and extravagant and stuff, and somehow the build manages to be like 20 minutes long, and it's ridiculous. I don't understand, and I want to cry. So yeah, I'm working on getting build time shortened. I don't know, I think it's because I've been like experimenting more with different styles lately, so like I'm not very familiar with them, because I can't even identify my build niche anymore. Like I feel like I used to be able to be like, yeah, I can pinpoint my style, this is what I always do. Like when I don't have something in my head planned to build, I default to this style, but I don't know what that is anymore. Like I genuinely don't know what is my like regular default build style. I don't think it exists, and that's stressful because I don't have anything that I can just like throw together, you know? Like some people just are really good at putting a suburban together in like an hour and 20 minutes, okay? Or some people can like do a little tiny home really fast. I can't do tiny homes. I mean, I can do tiny homes, but it takes me a while, which is ridiculous because they're tiny. The entire purpose of them is to be tiny. Or I could do suburbans, but they take me like 3 hours. Why is that? I wish I could tell you. I really do, but I don't know. So yeah, the point of that whole ramble, fast builders, give me some tips in the comments, because boy, could I use them. Boy, oh boy. But anyway, how are y'all doing? I hope you're well. I've been like literally doing nothing for such a long time. I feel like I don't even have anything interesting to say, but I did watch fireworks yesterday because, you know, that fun holiday, the Freedom Day. So yeah, I watched fireworks, which technically they're illegal, by the way, where I live, which is like, I guess people have just foregone the laws this year because of the circumstances and stuff. So I don't usually see fireworks ever. I mean, people still like do them and stuff, but it's not really a super common thing, like to not have like regulated or professional fireworks shows. But we did see some this year because my friends' neighbors were putting on like a little, you know, casual show type of thing, so we went to see that. Usually we watch a professional show. Well, I say usually. We haven't really for the past like 3 or 4 years. I don't know. My family's very boring. We don't do that much stuff, so we haven't really ever. I'm not really a huge fan of fireworks, to be honest with you, so like it's not really a thing I ever get excited about, or I'm like, darn, we're not going to see the fireworks this year. Well, my day is just ruined, you know, like that's never happened before. So yeah, I don't know, but it was pretty fun. It was definitely an eventful, well, not really eventful at all, except I thought I was going to die a few times, because some of these fireworks, okay, they just like light up, and they're little orbits of like color, and they spin around and spin around and spin around, and like it seems like they're just going in a random direction, and they're getting closer and closer to you, and you're like, oh my god, this is it, this is the day I die. And so that was a bit of a stressful experience, but nobody died, everything was fine, so that's fun, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, I mean, I've seen fireworks like a few times, like the fake fireworks. I mean, not like big fancy production fireworks, but like, you know, the type that you put off yourself. Because when I did softball, or I still do softball, but I don't do it competitively anymore, but when I did it competitively, we went to tournaments in like a bunch of different places, and we went once to a city where it was legal to do fireworks, or like to have fancy fireworks, so we did a little thing in the parking lot, which was also scary, but that was with one of those huge buckets, you know, like just a giant bucket of, I don't know, like you light the bucket on fire and it just goes for like half an hour. So that was fun, totally, not at all a terrifying experience for little 10-year-old me. Wow, I did some competitive softball when I was 10. That's ridiculous. Okay, don't sign your kids up for competitive sports at 10 years old, because it doesn't work out well for them. I cried a lot, but it's okay. Anyways, yeah, that was a fun experience, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like I've been going out a bit more lately, because like, well, I don't know, I'm still like social distancing and stuff, but I'm actually leaving the house now, which is kind of rare. Like at first, like when we first went into quarantine, I was leaving the house a lot, like I was going on walks and stuff. But then it sort of dropped off, and I was like, well, I can't let the world see me now. I haven't like brushed my hair in days, you know, so it was like bad. But I went out on a walk the other day, and I saw 2 people I knew. It was so embarrassing, because like I was going out under the assumption that I wouldn't have to see anybody, you know, like I would just be walking down the street and it would be fine. But no, not only did I see people, but the people I saw were running, okay? I haven't exercised in so long, and they have the audacity to be running. To be fair, they're on like cross country, so it's their thing, you know, they run, whatever. But like, really, they just had to be running, so that was a bit of a hit to my self-esteem, not gonna lie to you, but like, it's fine. At least they were sweaty, right? So it's not like they looked better than me or anything. I don't know. But I ran away from them very fast. And then I saw another guy that's, I only know him because he's in my friend's journalism class, and I used to hang out there all the time because I had no 6th period, and it was during 6th period. But yeah, I saw another guy who's also in cross country, so he was running too, and he was like, Jack, and I was like, oh, hi, and then I was like screaming at him from across the street, like, telling him that the other people I just saw were also running and they were like down the street, and it was a bad thing. It was a really bad situation, so, you know, I kind of wish that didn't happen, but it did, so there's nothing I can do about it, I suppose. And then I went to Jamba Juice the other day also with my mom, and, oh, I have a story about that, okay? So we were just in there ordering our, like, Jamba Juice like regular. I got a mango medley bowl, delicious, 10 out of 10 would recommend if you ever go to Jamba Juice. It's like a smoothie bowl, it's very good. And we were ordering, right, so our, like, orderer person, I can't think of the word right now, but the person that was taking our order and stuff, her name was Ciara, okay? And we were like, okay, cool, we'll just order and it'll be great, and like do all the regular ordering stuff, you know? So we order, everything is fine, we're going about our day, just standing there, actually waiting for the order. And then this woman comes in, and she goes to order, and she strikes up a conversation somehow with Ciara. Like, we did the perfectly average thing, okay? We just ordered just like regular, but this woman that comes in, suddenly she and Ciara are like best friends, and they've never met before, but Ciara is talking about how she like went cliff diving with her friends to this woman, and I'm like, what did we do wrong? Like, me and my mother, okay? We just tried to order like regular, and Ciara did not befriend us the way that she befriended this woman. But yeah, that woman specifically that came in was a very big character. I mean, not in a bad way, like, she seemed like a really nice person. She complimented me on my hair, too, on the way out. I think that was her secret. I think she just compliments everybody she meets, and sometimes it strikes up a conversation, and sometimes it doesn't. But, like, how did she manage that? I don't know. Like, I don't want to sound jealous of her or anything, but I'm so jealous of her. Like, I'm so jealous of people. Like, you just walk into a Jamba Juice, and suddenly they're best friends with the cashier. Like, I have no doubt whatsoever in my mind that woman and Ciara probably are going to go on a coffee date now or something. Like, they're going to meet up again. They are going to talk, and they are going to be friends for the rest of their lives. And me and Ciara, no. My mom and Ciara, no. So how did that work? Like, how? It's so frustrating to me. It's like, I mean, not frustrating in a bad way, but just like mysterious, you know? Socialization. So weird. But yeah, I really think she just compliments everybody, and then like she has a good reputation as a friend. But then also, on the way out the door, to me and my mom, she said, "See you around," like while she was leaving, and I was like, yeah, we'll see you around, you know, like definitely in this like densely populated urban sprawl, we will see you around for sure, like we'll see you again, you know, like no, we won't, but I don't know, she's a very lively person, I think. See, I got this all from like 5 minutes of observing her in the Jamba Juice, so she's a very interesting person to me, so let's aspire to be like that lady, or Ciara, either way, honestly. Like, if you can just magically have a story about cliff diving with your friends, then sure, do that too. If I cliff dived, I think I would be able to make a lot of friends, right? Because I would have such an interesting anecdote to start out every like relationship with, right? I don't know, maybe maybe I'm just like really wishing that I was that woman, because see, I don't know, like I just can't do that. Like, I can't imagine myself walking up to a random person and being like, "Hi, I like your hair," you know, that just doesn't happen. It would never happen with me. So I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, be like that woman. She seemed very Carpe Diem-ish, which must be a nice way to be. I don't know. But that was fun. So I don't know. And then I just enjoyed my mango medley bowl, and all was well. But it stuck in my head all day. I was like, wow, she's a very lively person. I really wish I was like her. But anyways. So besides that, nothing else really going on in my life. I don't know. I feel like I've been like getting progressively lazier, and it's really weird because I go on these like spurts of being super productive, and I'll be doing like, you know, a million things a day, and I get everything done, and it's like great, and I'm like, wow, I am amazing. I am conquering the world, getting so much done, and like you cannot touch me. And then suddenly it just crashes, and I'm like, you know, I think I'm just gonna do nothing today. And then I just do nothing all day, and it's kind of a disaster, honestly. Like, I don't know why it happens, but it does happen, and it's a bit exasperating, because like if I could just get on top of it, if I could like figure out, see, I think it's just because like I overexert myself for a while and I do too much, but I never feel like I'm doing too much while I'm doing it. Like, I just feel like I'm like thriving, you know, living my best life, getting a bunch of stuff done, and then suddenly it's just like, nope, you're not doing this anymore, you're going to have no motivation whatsoever. So that's probably like a little frustrating, but it's okay, everything is fine, and I have been masterfully consuming quite a bit of Netflix lately, and also Hamilton. Oh god, I've been measuring my time in like how long we have until Hamilton comes out, and I still haven't watched it. Can you believe it? I'm pathetic, okay? I'm like such a big Hamilton fan, you don't understand. Like, for days leading up to the release of it, July 3rd on Disney Plus, I was listening to it every day, like getting myself back into the Hamilton obsession mood, and then for whatever reason, like, it came out, and I was just like, you know, I don't really want to watch it, because we don't even have Disney Plus either. We only have it for a month. We got it for 1 month so that we could watch Hamilton, because my parents know I'm obsessed with it, and we don't usually get Disney Plus, because we've got this weird, like, one streaming service rule. I don't know why. I mean, because we have cable, right, but nobody watches cable except for my dad, and we're not going to cancel cable because my dad watches it, so we only have Netflix, because that's, like, what me and my sister watch, pretty much, primarily, at least. So yeah, we got Disney Plus for, like, just this month, so I have to watch it by the end of the month, but, like, I mean, I probably will before then. Once I watch it, I have no doubt that I'll be watching it, like, every single day, but for now, I just, like, I feel no desire to watch it for whatever reason. Like, I was so excited about it. I was like, I cannot wait. I'm on the edge of my seat. I need Hamilton to come out already, and then just, like, you know, I just don't care anymore for whatever reason, so I will watch it, I'm sure, and I will be, like, hysterically excited about it, because I, like, listen, you say anything that vaguely sounds like a Hamilton lyric, I just burst into song. That's just how it works. That's how it's always worked. So, like, I don't know why I'm not as excited as I should be about this, but I'll update you guys. When I watch it, you will know. And yeah, I'll probably be crying for the rest of the day, honestly, because I never saw it with the original cast, obviously. Like, I feel like that's a very rare thing, because I saw it in San Francisco, but, like, totally different in my opinion. Like, obviously it was still a really amazing experience, and, like, you know, I would recommend that everybody have it if they get the opportunity, but, like, I never saw it with the original cast, and the original cast was, like, they were my favorite people on earth for so long. So I'll stop fangirling about that now, but this is pretty much the end of the video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this build, and if you did, you can oh my god. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this build, and if you did, you can leave a like and comment to let me know, subscribe and click the bell for notifications if you want to see more videos from me and get notified every single time that I upload a video, and if you like this build and want to play in it, it will be up on the gallery. My origin ID is in the description, and that is all I have to say, so bye!